So here we have the fantastic Mini John Cooper Works automatic on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But you can see from the outside it's a 3-door car with those John Cooper Works alloys and tinted windows around the rear. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So you'll see as we approach the back of the car, we've got those twin exhaust tailpipes coming from the middle of the bumper there. Plenty of boot space as well, and you have a tray that will fold down to give you a flat boot space should you make use of the 60/40 split folding rear seats. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see it's a great looking car the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get leather seats, as you can see. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the left hand side we have the rev counter. We then have the speedometer in the middle, and you can see the total miles for this car are 9,964. The information displayed above that is the fuel economy information, amongst other things, and that can be changed by pressing the button on the end of the indicator stalk. And if you stop on that setting there, you'll find that you have a digital readout for this speedometer, which is incredibly handy. Just before we move out to the steering wheel, I just wanted to move the camera up to show you that this car has got a heads-up display. So on the screen there, which is being projected onto the road as you see it, you can see that the miles an hour are projected there, and to the right hand side of that, the satellite navigation as well. So when you put a route in, you'll get your normal satellite navigation on the main screen, but you'll also get basic instructions on the heads-up display in front of you, which is very clever. This car also has a Harman Kardon hi-fi system. Backing out to the steering wheel, on the left-hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right-hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial any one of your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or your pocket. You'll also notice the plus and minus paddles here. That is, and they stretch all the way down to here. That is so that you can change gear manually in this car with the automatic gearbox. Working our way over into the centre, we have the main screen, so satellite navigation and what have you, all housed here. You can see that I'm moving around the options at the moment. That's all being done using the iDrive system. So this dial, twisting that, will take you through the various options. When you find something you want to look at, press that button down to enter it. This dial will also move to the right, to the left. It will move up and down as well. So within various screens that becomes handy, and you've got a few main menu buttons just there. For example, if we wanted satellite navigation, we can go to navigation, we can look at the map, and the route that is on the heads-up display is also shown here, but obviously a lot more accurately and probably slightly easier to follow, but it's nice to be able to see the directions without looking away from the road. This car, when it comes to music, you've got a few ways to listen to your own music. First of all, so you can store music within the car's hard drive system. You've got external devices, so you can connect up via Bluetooth audio, and you've got auxiliary input and USB input as well. And then when it comes to the radio, this car has got FM, AM and DAB digital radio, which you can see all being displayed just there. Working our way down, we've got the dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed in the middle. Once you're happy with those settings, you can either press max aircon to get it as cold as you want, or as cold as you can, as quickly as you can, or go with your own settings by pressing the aircon button. And as you can see, that is now on. Or third option would be to hit auto, and the car will maintain 16 degrees for you by taking control of the fan speed. You can hear the fan speed is slightly increased. Pushing that again will take it back to whatever setting you were previously on. Below that, we have the ability to turn off the stop and start. So this car is designed to cut out in traffic to save you fuel. You can turn that off should you wish to. That button starts and stops the engine. That turns off the traction control, and this one will actually lower the heads-up display. So if you don't want the heads-up display, just hit a button and that will lower down out of the way, and you can just use your normal displays. We then have the fully automatic gearbox, sport mode, and there's a kind of an automatic mode down the bottom just here. You can change up a gear, down a gear, or you can use those paddles that I showed you a moment ago. And then finally we can change the setup of the car. So we can put it in sport mode, or green, or normal. Basically what we're doing when we're changing those things, so if we change it to sport, for example, the steering becomes firmer, the accelerator pedal will react slightly quicker to what you do, and the exhaust will get louder, which I will show you in just a moment. So you can really change your setup, and it does make a massive, massive difference. The last thing I want to talk about inside the car is the reversing camera. Pop the car into reverse, that will come on automatically. It's a full colour image, as you can see, with guidelines showing you where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see behind you. The very, very last thing I wanted to talk about is the exhaust note on this car. So it's currently in sport mode. If we give it a rev, you'll hear it for yourself then. You get those sort of rally style pops and bangs. You only get that in sport mode on this car. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.